The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel welcomes you to this edition of the Mayors and Supervisors Weekly Update, brought to you by...
Each week, our community makes history. Each week, you make history. And each week, there's only one source to turn to for the first take on history. You know what that is? Subscribe to the Sentinel right now to discover the history being made in your own backyard.
The Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. More than just your news, it's your history.
Welcome, everyone, to this week's Mayors and Supervisors Update. I'm Chris Carosa, publisher of the Mendon-Honeoye Falls-Lima Sentinel. And each week, we give you the goings-on in the towns and villages that we cover. This week, we're going to be starting with John Skiptunis, the village of Lima. What's Lima looking like, John?
Hey, Chris, thanks for hosting us again today. Lima's looking great. Aside from the nice clear roads and clear sidewalks with the recent snow, we had some amazing events that happened recently on Wednesday. The Be Well in Lima initiative is a committee with three pillars: move more, stress less, and eat better. And part of the Move More initiative was welcoming a young man that was running across the United States recently by the name of Noah Coughlin. I reached out to Noah on Monday as he was leaving Waterloo to Canandaigua, and actually that was Tuesday, and he responded saying he'd like to stop in Lima. So the Be Well members collaborated a greeting for Noah and his supporting his initiative of unity through the flag. His message was very clear: a non-political initiative started by him to run across all 50 states. He's actually, I believe, the third person ever to actually run through all 50, and he's on the trek to finish his 50th on July 4th in Honolulu, Hawaii. He's actually including Alaska as well. So upon greeting him in Lima on Wednesday, we realized that the community can come together for a common good. And it was a mayor's dream to see people from all ages, all political parties and beliefs just come together to support this guy and to look at the flag. And it made you stop and think, you know, what we need to do to come together. And just a great opportunity for unity and celebrating the United States through the flag. Speaking of Be Well in Lima, the Be Well in Lima committee meets on the first Wednesday of every month at the Lima Town Hall at 7 p.m. The 250 America celebration has a subcommittee that meets at 6 o'clock right before the Be Well in Lima committee meeting, and that is to discuss the events moving between now and the 4th of July to celebrate the 250th birthday of our country. We're looking at putting together time capsule, a car show, car cruise, parade, a kids art contest, all leading up to the event. The event on the 4th will host a series of artists and craft vendors, our traditional food trucks. We're stepping it up with 4 food trucks right now, looking for a 5th. So if you know anybody out there that has a food truck service that's free on the 4th, please have them contact me directly through my email or phone number at the village office. We will also be hosting kids games, adult games, interactive skits, patriotic skits sponsored by the Daughters of the American Revolution. We'll have information booths from the Historical Society, American Legion, the Crossroads Festival, etc. And in doing all these things, the Be Well initiative is self-supporting, and we are looking for contributions from the community and from businesses. Anybody that's interested can contact me directly to help support and fund these events. The village elections are coming up in March. They'll be March 18th because St. Patty's Day is on the 17th. So the elections begin at noon. The polls will be open from noon to 9 o'clock at Lima Town Hall. The caucuses are coming up as well this month. The Republican caucus will be held on the 22nd, which is a Thursday, at 7 p.m. at Lima Town Hall, and the Democrat caucus is the 26th Monday at 7 p.m. So we invite everyone to come out and voice you voice your vote. The joint board meeting has been scheduled for the 12th. Excuse me, I had it written down. Bear with me a second. Let me go ahead. Let me go to Arbor Day. Arbor Day is to be announced. It'll be Saturday, April 25th or 26th at Mark Tubbs Park. We will have about 75 seedlings that we'll be handing out for free to the community to plant at their leisure on their property or someplace in the park in designated areas. The joint board meeting of going back to that is going to be February 10th at 6:30 at Lima Town Hall. It'll precede the village board meeting, which normally starts at 7. And we invite everyone to come. An app that's available by your phone is called My Lima. We're encouraging Lima residents to sign up for it. It is a free application. They can find it on their Google Play Store or their Google app or Apple app. It says My Lima. The sign on the app, it happens to be the sign entering the villages, so it'll be familiar to you that way. If you need any help signing up, you can come to our village clerk, Alyssa, or you can reach out to me and I'll meet with you at coffee and I can show you how to sign up. It'll provide you with immediate alerts for, God forbid, power outages, down trees, water interruption in water, flushing hydrants, whatever you may think of. But it's an instant way to get messaging for emergency and just for event purposes. And it's a fantastic tool. On that app, you can also find information on our village meeting agendas, our village meeting notes, and how to schedule, apply for permits for different buildings, etc. It's full of information. That's pretty much it. So Lima's been busy. We've got a lot coming up, and we look forward to seeing you at our board meetings. Thanks,
All
Chris.
right. Thanks, John. Joe Elotti's not here, but he did send the following for me to read. Mendon is extremely lucky to have a team of dedicated professionals doing the day-to-day tasks that keep the town running. Myself and a few others are new to the town positions, and there's a learning curve with everything. But the learning curve has been made a lot smoother by the friendly and helpful folks down here at the town hall and also over at the highway department. In particular, our town clerk, Michelle Booth, has gone above and beyond to help ensure a smooth transition. Michelle's knowledge of and commitment to this town is apparent, and we are very fortunate to have her as our clerk. I'm also enthused by the number of residents who have simply stopped by the town hall to offer their support. So many community members have dropped to say hi and wish us well. I'm enjoying the job immensely, thanks to my wonderful colleagues and the fantastic residents of this community. Up next, I'll be meeting the Monroe County Supervisors and other elected officials in the county. I already had the pleasure of meeting several other town supervisors, and I look forward to meeting those I haven't met yet. I was certainly pleased to meet West Bloomfield's town supervisor, Tim Schiefen, who stopped by the town hall last week. This morning, I'm meeting with State Senator, this would be Friday morning, a meeting with State Senator Pam Helming, which is why I had to miss Sentinel's live broadcast. Also upcoming at various board and committee meetings, the town board meets on Tuesday the 20th. Typically, we meet on Monday. However, the town offices are closed Monday in recognition of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. The planning board meets on Wednesday the 21st, and the zoning board of appeals meets on Thursday the 22nd. Residents are welcome and in fact encouraged to attend any of these meetings. More information can be found on the town website, townofmendon.gov. I'm also excited about our new Climate Smart Communities Task Force and Community Engagement Advisory Committee. We are going to actively seek Mendon residents to serve on these committees. Keep your eyes peeled for ads in future Sentinel editions. I'm very pleased to announce that during our organizational meeting earlier this month, we signed the ambulance contract with the Village of Honeoye Falls to ensure that our residents continue to receive the life-saving services provided by the devoted team of professionals at the Honeoye Falls Mendon Volunteer Ambulance. It is imperative that we ensure that the HFMVA receives the resources they need so our community can continue to benefit from the critical emergency care that can make the difference between a life saved and a life lost. I consider the signing of this contract to be our top achievement so far this year, as it reflects our unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of our residents. Protecting human life must always remain at the center of every decision we make as a local government. Lastly, just a reminder that this is tax season here in town, and the clerk's office will be accepting payments during normal business hours, which are Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Fridays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., excluding holidays. That's all I have for this week. Have a great week, and please drive safely in these wintry conditions. Our highway department does a superb job keeping our roads here plowed and salted. But sometimes Mother Nature throws a lot at us all at once. That was Joe Elati, Mendon Town Supervisor. Now it's over to Rick Milne in the village of Honeoye Falls. Rick, what's happening in Honeoye Falls?
Hey, Chris, it's great to be here today. It's one of the advantages of going last is that you get to dovetail into some of the things that have already been said by our partners. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go off script a little bit, but first of all, I do want to thank Supervisor Elati and the Mendon Town Board for getting that contract signed. It means a lot, not only to the village, but to the community and to the members of the ambulance department who had a little bit of angst with the contract not being signed. So that was very positive. I also want to thank and give kudos to Mayor Skip Tunis and our friends in Lima for a job well done with Noah Coughlin coming through. Mayor Skip Tunis was kind enough to, and he always does, reach out to me and invite us to participate as well. And with timing things, we can't always do that, right? But it was great to see the posts. It was great to see the response that Noah had and that the people of Lima and from the surrounding area have given to Noah. And it was just a great event. So kudos to Mayor Skip Tunis and Lima. And also, Mayor Skip Tunis just mentioned their Arbor Day celebration, probably the Saturday in April, the 25th. It just so happens that the Village of Honeoye Falls Environmental Day and Arbor Day celebration will also be on Saturday, the 25th of April. And the important aspect of that is it's not that we'll be competing, if you will, for our residents to come, but it just offers two different locations for people to attend both. And we'll also be handing out our saplings, and we'll have some food and various vendors there. So it's a great event. So we'll have a lot to do for Environmental Day and Arbor Day in April. I want to bring up a couple things that I've brought up last week as well. And I'm sorry to repeat, but it's important because of the time of year. January and February, our monthly board meetings, because of the federal holidays, always change. So just as a reminder, instead of a meeting on Monday, the 19th of January, we are meeting this coming week, Tuesday, the 20th, still at 7 p.m. And then in February for the President's Day holiday, again, that will be Tuesday, February 17th instead of Monday the 16th because of the holidays. This coming Tuesday, I mentioned this before again, but again, we continue to have some people reaching out. We do not have a public hearing regarding any code changes regarding construction start times. We're still working on that zoning. We're going to continue to talk about it, but we will again let people know when that public hearing takes place. We will be discussing some additional grant requests that we're going to be working on for the fire department. There are some new FEMA submissions that we'll be putting in for equipment, etc. We will also be putting in a resubmission for a DEC grant. That's the WQIP grant. We were just notified that we were not selected for that this year. It's a sizable grant, and that would be specifically for our wastewater treatment plant, but that is part of the process. We will have a meeting with the DEC to review why the project was not selected. And actually, most of the projects selected this year were for salt sheds, culvert projects, etc. There were some wastewater treatment plant projects selected, but we were not. Now, that's not to be confused with the $9 million grant that we were awarded just a couple weeks ago. We still have that, but our wastewater treatment plant project is about $18 million. So we do not want to put another $7 or $8 million onto our tax rolls. So we're working hard to get more funding for that project. But the project is moving forward still. It's a long-term project. It's going to take a lot of planning. We actually meet with the engineering team every other Friday to review the status of where our plans are at. And then we also meet almost weekly with the same group just for informal type conversations. But this is probably the biggest project we've ever had in this community. And it's going to take a lot of planning. We need to get a lot of funding. We've got some great support for it. But again, it's a long-term project that does not happen overnight. I also wanted to mention that we will also be forming a new committee to look at a plan to apply for a New York Forward Program grant. These grants are normally in the range of $4.5 to $5 million, but we're going to have to put a plan together, right? You don't just ask for the money. You have to have a full plan in place. You have to say what the money would go to and how it would be impactful to both your community and the region. That committee will involve business members. It will involve the municipality. It will involve residents. We will have community meetings asking for ideas. What would you like to see in the village of Honeoye Falls? What do we need? What are we missing? What can we improve on? Those are the types of things we're going to have to really have some plans in place. And if you're awarded one of these projects, part of the process is they expect that $4.5 or $5 million to be turned into a $10 million grant through another $5 million, if you will, in private investment. So it's a huge opportunity for us, but it's also a huge project to take on. If you are interested, if you're a business owner, if you're a resident in the village of Honeoye Falls and you're interested in meeting with us, if you're interested in taking part in this committee, you can call me at the village office, 624-1711. I'm at extension 104. Or you can email me at the village, mayor@villageofhoneoyefalls.gov. We would love to hear from you. We're going to want a resume or a little bit about why you want to serve on this committee. And please understand, this committee will probably be active for a better part of a year to a year and a half by the time everything is said and done. So it's a commitment, but if you're interested, I'd love to hear from you. And with that, the last thing I have to say today is go Bills.
Of course. John, anything you want to add?
Just wanted to ask Rick where the location of the Arbor Day event will be held.
Thanks, John. Our Arbor Day event will be held right at Harry Allen Park. We have it there every year. If, of course, in April, weather can be tough. One year we did at the last minute move it to the Honeoye Falls Fire Department building, pulled out the trucks, set it up inside the building, and really didn't skip a beat. So hopefully, though, we're a tough group, right? So we will weather a little bit of rain and coldness. So hopefully Harry Allen Park, and it usually starts at 11 o'clock and goes to about 3. Thanks, John. Appreciate that.
You bet.
And thank you both for being here today. And thank you all out there in listening land or watching land. Remember, this program airs every Sunday at 1 p.m. on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Like the page or subscribe to the channel, and those two platforms will notify you when the broadcast begins. Otherwise, you can read the transcript in next week's newspaper. That's all for now. We'll see you all next week. Bye-bye. Imagine yourself communicating with a difference. Pan-Dimensional Solutions helps you do this. Whether live spectator events, taped broadcasts, or real-time audience-engaging programs, you can benefit immediately from the tools Pan-Dimensional Solutions will share with you. Do you want to make a difference? Contact us at pandimensional.com.